All right, it is technically April 12th, but the episode for April 11th because I've been sleeping a lot. Post-exertional malaise is a blast, let me tell you. Yeah, because as anyone has been keeping up, I've got long COVID and I've had chronic fatigue. And past 3 days now, I think it's been that this PM spell has been going on. I don't know well, I probably don't exactly. It's partially what triggered it. Doing a little cleaning around the apartment, but also, damn it. But there was some good news. There was some good news. For one, I got results that for my hematologist follow-up, and it looks like the anemia has gotten better thanks to the testosterone treatment that I've been on. So that's good news. But also, the other thing was, I played host to, and you might be noticing this amazing shirt. I love the color. It's like, oh, what is it? Teal, right? Or turquoise. Ooh, now we can play a fun game. But no, I played host to some amazing friends that are in an amazing band. I'm sure you've heard of them. Hans Gruber and the Diehards. There you go. It doesn't even fit all on one screen. Well, it might if I go back. Yeah. But yeah, there's Morning Me. As you can tell, my hair less done, but you know, still cheery, I think. But it was awesome to see Hans Gruber and the Diehards and everyone in there, and give them a place to just crash for the night. And yeah, fucking that. Just having people around was awesome, because I've been just so tired lately. That's why this is going up so late, and why no green screen. And I learned that the receiver on my LED lights broke or something, so it's just fine. I'm going to be moving in like 2 months and probably have to undo some of that stuff so that thing can actually move. Anyways, but that's a tangent. I know there's something coming up, and I figured you're going to want some advice. I've been to a ton of festivals that are 100 degrees or higher, and you probably know the festival, right? You know the festival. Oh, right. Those are the donations of the promoter that puts on that festival. So if you're wondering why I'm not going to list it this week, it's that. That is some bullshit. That somehow this is contradictory to punk rock values. This is contradictory to just being a good human. It's some bullshit. So we're gonna not showcase what that festival is named this week, but you know, I'm gonna still let's give some advice on how to like manage, you know, outdoor festivals, especially in Phoenix, where it's just, oh my god, it's an endurance run, I think is the way we put that, right? And you know, I've seen my fair share. I mean, quality images not promised. I think, yep, you can make out. That's definitely the dreads on Eric Melvin, and yeah, that's NoFX in Warped Tour 2006, if I'm reading that right. Yeah, I'm not promising quality here, but yeah, and oh my god, one thing I learned in my first Warped Tour was 2003, so, but I did go to my fair share of them. I mean, like, there's 2012, there's Big D in a kid's table, skanking along there, Dave, and there's some real big fish, I think. I'm really going down this ska hole. That's 2013. 2013 was a good ska year in the Warped Tour. Okay, so there's some quality shots. That might be my best picture of Dan when he was with Authority Zero. Caught a mid-air leap and in focus. And of course, Doll Skin, which fucking, man, they are awesome. I'm missing that band. But they got to play that was 2018. And then, yeah, of course, other outdoor festivals. This one in California, even on grass, but it was still like 95, I remember. It's Not Dead Fest. And you can see the Addicts there, which fucking love the Addicts. Joker in a Deck, right? Now they got a song, so of course, SkaterCon, which takes place in a somewhat cooler month, usually. And then, of course, punk rock bowling, countless punk rock bowlings. That was the first year I brought my camera. That was 2017. Of course, and then, yeah, Bad Cop, like, oh, and I guess that's all I put in the slideshow here. But yeah, I agree with Lindley's statement there on her shirt. Fuck them. Fuck the current administration and anyone that fucking donates to them. But yeah, so, of course, you were looking for advice on how to manage. And, of course, I'm debating if I'm going to do this. But I can at least tell you the advice. Of course, my big rule is the 50-50 rule, I call it. It is, with water, drink only water. You drink 50% of it. Oh, that's so good anyways. And then you pour the rest. Oh, no. We're not doing that on camera. Ooh, you thought I might. Then I have to dry off. And it might help me stay awake for the rest of this video. But that's the main one. Is I know we love, or at least a section of us love our alcohol, but it will dehydrate you quickly. And 2003, I think I was touching on. There was it was my first Warped Tour, and I drank. Let's see, 2003. I wasn't 21 yet, so, and no, I didn't do anything like of that other stuff. I actually was drinking like a mix of lemonade and water, which was still a bad idea. And then I was sitting in the bleachers of Peoria Sports Complex and just roasting in the sun, waiting for No Effects at 3 p.m. I mean, actually, I think that was my first mosh pit too. Authority Zero there. Different lineup though. Let's see if we can get to it. Oh, back. Yeah, the only person in there is Jason DeVore that was there in 2003. But yeah, that was I did start the day off in the pit and being active, and then it was like, all right, not a ton of bands, and I'm really wouldn't watch it for the moment, so I'm in the stands. Watch Andrew WK from the stands. I should have gotten closer. But also, yeah, about 30 minutes before 3 o'clock for No Effects, I get up and stand in line to get a drink, and my vision fades to black, and I'm like, uh-oh. Yeah, while I'm in line. But it came back, thank God. Or whoever you... Yeah. Yeah, it came back. Girl asked me if I was okay. I was like, I just need water. And I got that water. I chugged that water. Found shade. Called my friend on my flip phone. I think that's what I had back then. Because I drove him there. But he met up with his girlfriend there. And I was like, you're going to be okay. Because I think I have heat exhaustion. And I'm going home. I'm going to go turn on the AC in my car immediately and go home. And so, yeah. Next year, though, I learned how to make this 50-50 rule. And that was, of course, basically because the dude had a slip and slide, except it wasn't really hooked up right. So he just had to keep hosing it down. And then he eventually was just spraying people who would stand, I guess, for his entertainment. Well, partially for his entertainment, partially for maybe being creepy. But also, yeah, if you stood behind the ladies in the crowd, you were more likely to get sprayed. And so I just, every 30 minutes, just jump up there and get drenched and then drink water. And that's how I learned my 50-50 rule. Bring that, well, back then, it was $20 would cover enough. Now, probably bring like 30 just for water. And yeah, that's the most crucial thing. Drink water out there for going out there to that festival that I shall not name. Because again, yeah, that's a bullshit. But, I've got other shows to tell you about. Because you're going to want other ideas. You're not going to support some idiot who does not go with the values of being a good human and of our punk scene. So, I can show you something. So, let's go. Yes, welcome to another episode of Every Show Joe Says Go, where I'm recommending shows because they have at least one artist, one musician, one band that I think just rocks, rules. You're gonna fucking love them. Just check them out. And they're not necessarily strictly punk. They could be punk adjacent. They could just be indie. Well, indie rock I'd consider punk adjacent. Some of them. They could also be like folk rock. They could also be, well, of course, ska is punk adjacent. alternative, indie rock, a little bit of folk in there, bluegrass, you know, all that fun stuff. You know, spaghetti punk. I still love that. I got this. I'll show it again. But yeah, there is awesome stuff that I like to tell about every week in my recommendations. And of course, the other thing, as you saw, and because I've been sleeping a ton in the last couple of days, I know just thinking about it makes me yawn. Oh, man. Okay, we will not talk about that. We'll try not to. But yeah, of course, I've been dealing with long COVID and chronic fatigue and brain fog. And yeah, so I've always recommended masking indoors. Take precautions to lower risk to this. Right now, the flu isn't too bad. Measles, you might want to check your vaccinations on. Make sure they're okay. Because who knew that? Yeah. Ugh. Anger, frustration, other things that I want to emote and express, but we will continue on. Yeah, so of course, masking as a courtesy to your fellow person near you, to the touring artists, even just to protecting yourself. It helps and lowers your risk of dealing with the shit that I've had to deal with for 33 months. So throw that out there every week, of course. And yeah, of course, the other thing to mention is be sure to like this where you're watching it, whether it's YouTube, whether it is Instagram, Facebook, Blue Sky, Threads. Yeah, I am tired. Even having 2 naps and 4 hours or 5 hours of sleep on top of night sleep. And yeah, this is no fun. But yeah, so be sure to like it wherever you like, and assuming you like it. And of course, the other thing I like to throw out there is, well, I don't have ads. I don't have that kind of support. I don't even qualify for it on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, or if you just want to be nice, go to youtube.com/everyshowjoe, click that subscribe button down there, and get notifications if you want of whenever content goes live, and also helps me out as those numbers go up. I get access to ads one day, maybe sometime, or at least the people that I'm featuring their music. Like Niis underneath here, the song Tyrant. I've been listening a ton to their brand new album. Let's just plug it now. But the other thing you can do is you can head to patreon.com/everyshowjoe and support me there. That address one more time, patreon.com/everyshowjoe. You can support me there. And thank you everyone that does support me there. I super appreciate it. It helps me when I am able to get out to shows with gas and ticket costs. Oh my god, I'm getting on again. Oh, this is horrible. I mean, I'm laughing, but and it makes my eyes water. You don't want this. But yeah, you can head over to Every Show Joe or patreon.com/everyshowjoe and support me there. I mean, $1 a month tier, $5 a month tier. Think of it like tipping me for if you appreciate the services I do here, putting together at least a list to help you find shows and that kind of fun stuff. The other thing is, it does help me with hosting costs for everyshowjoe.com, which normally, if I had the green screen, you'd see behind me. But yeah, you can go to everyshowjoe.com, see my photography with the writing. Some of those punk rock bowling pictures are on there, and I think those Warped Tour pictures are on there. Maybe better and cleaned up, because I was just randomly looking through folders and found them. Hey, God, I didn't use what you gotta use. But yeah, everyshowjoe.com, and go check out all that stuff. Plus, there's a link there to my store. You can pick up an Every Show Joe shirt and support me that way, on top of everything else. I guess it's, and then, yeah, you'll notice that first 3 are now kind of hitting on my kind of moments of, as I've gone through long COVID and all the doctors and specialists and everything I've seen, and now looks like the anemia was caused by my low testosterone, which has seemed to have been remedied, and I'm still having these chronic fatigue spells, so yeah. Anyways, Monday. Well, for good news. Monday, I've got my first. I qualified for Mayo Clinic research for the long COVID brain fog study, so I'm gonna do that. So see, maybe that helps me, or at least I'll give them data to help others that are dealing with this as we go forward. And yeah, once again, plug the music you're hearing underneath this. It is off their brand new album. from Niis. The song is Tyrant. It is a fucking great album. Go check them out. Niis, if you're trying to figure out how to spell them. Bandcamp, Apple Music. Oops, excuse me, that other one that also features, unfortunately, did a brunch for our orange idiot. Anyways, speaking of trying to be positive and bring change and fight against some of that bullshit, I like to throw out ways to get involved, be active. These are all featured on my website, everyshowjo.com/get involved, to bring you directly there. It's in the menu bar under get involved. But I have links to still support the LA wildfire and stuff, especially as we go into the summer and the warmer season, and the risk will increase only further, even here in Arizona, of course. We also got a link to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. There is Put Air in Action, which great organization that we have here in Phoenix to support and break down systems with racism built in and build up something new in their place to do that without that shit in it. Of course, Black Lives Matter. I had the Phoenix Metro one linked to on the site. There's the 1 in 10 organization supporting LGBTQ youth here in Phoenix. A great, I'm just going to keep saying great organization. ACLU's linked to on there, which I've even contributed to. We got Stop Asian American Pacific Island Hate linked to, firstnations.org for our indigenous. Even got Feed Phoenix. They're a offshoot of the Sidewalk Project helping the homeless here in Phoenix. And of course, Punk Rock Saves Lives, which you've probably seen throughout national tours and stuff around the whole fucking country. But yeah, so awesome organizations to get involved with. My head is starting to definitely show the signs of not appreciating me pushing. So we're going to try to move this forward. But yeah, with all of them, they have ways to get involved, activities you can be involved with, all that fun stuff. Also, I just want to say how awesome it was to watch everyone that was going out there for the hands-off protests. And I believe they're going on again this Saturday. So good luck to everyone that goes out there. If I didn't feel like shit from this, I could survive out there long enough to actually survive and get home, and yeah, I would be out there with you guys. So fucking I love it. Keep it up. And the test to take that stuff. We also, of course, you're like, how do you support your favorite musicians, your favorite bands? Of course, you could also put them up and give them a place to stay, because a lot of bands will just appreciate that as having, but also they're fucking friends, and I'm fucking happy with that. But also, yeah, buy the merch, buy the shirts, buy the CDs, buy the vinyls if you can afford the vinyls. Even just buy the digital on Bandcamp. What else? Skate decks, whatever it takes, all that fun stuff. Just that's the best way. Go to their merch booth at the shows. Go to their direct website and buy the merch directly from them if they have that. That's the best way that they make the most with the least fees taken from it. And yeah, go just support them directly. That's the best way. Of course, the other thing is just checking out a show. The thing that I fucking wish I felt that. Oh my god, not again. Okay, this makes for a great video. Yeah, and then we'll start with shows, which I'm sorry I missed these last week. I don't know why I missed these. But yeah, well, one I did have. This one, and I still recommend it. Sewer Bitch, their album release. With Treasure Mammal, with Spicy Mayo, Gracie Sax Bar. Fucking awesome, 6:30 p.m. Of course, one that I somehow missed last week, but it's on this list, even if it's being posted after it. The Impossible Ones with Parkway and Neil Traumatics. And you can tap 8 p.m. Also got Bird of Monsters with Parched, which is a brand new band with some people I know. So I don't know how or maybe just didn't see that flyer. I don't know, but Idlevice, Test Dummy, and the Might of Malcolm, they were all at Ground Zero Studios, 7 p.m. And DRI was Sleeping with the Witch, PS9 at 191. Tap Tool down at Tucson, 8 p.m. So yeah, there's your Friday for thing being recorded after. But yeah, so then we get to Saturday, and then of course, there is that festival. You know, that one. Put on that by that person that donated to that shit. So then if you're wondering why that's missing on the list, that's why. But there's some awesome stuff you can check out without supporting that. There is the benefit show to raise money and send the billionaires to Mars, which I can completely get behind. Featuring Vicky Vicious and the Stains. They've got a brand new EP out too, by the way. Liar's Handshake, Mike and the Molotovs, which I told you would bring this back. Spaghetti Punk. This has actually the track listing on it of their last EP. Whoop, there you go. Fucking great stuff. Also, actually, this goes, if I can get this to zoom. Whoop, there you go. Nope, maybe. With ethically sourced tears of billionaires. Yeah, this is awesome. Thank you again, Mike, for this. That will probably go bad before I ever... Oh, I think it already did. Best by January 21st, 2025. Well, that's why it's even more of a souvenir. But yeah, Mike and the Molotov, Spicy Mayo, Mud and Gold. I have to still get used to that. It used to be Mr. Mud and Mr. Gold. They're now just Mud and Gold. Still fucking awesome. Vox Manica at Rips Bar, 6:30 p.m. Fucking awesome show right there. And then, of course, Swami John Reese, you might know from the... Oh, God. This is where the brain fog comes in. Oh, God, I can't remember. Well, there is Swami John Reese in the Bed of Nails. But there's also Rocket from the Crypt. Haha. I did pull it back from the grips of that brain fog. Yeah, so it's him, I guess, solo with Linguist Largus, who was fucking amazing at Rebel Lounge, 8 p.m. There's also, of course, I know a lot of you guys are going to get this, DRI with Scattered Guts, Overstand, and the Aggeries at the Nile, 6 p.m. And the Nile even has air conditioning now, so, you know, it's also an improvement over that other thing. Of course, there's also an acoustic afternoon featuring Manic Monkeys Duo and Jeff Bump of Mills End at our Fock House starting at 4 p.m. So you can get that one and you can head to some of these others. We also got the Return of Lucky Moon featuring Domatum? I think that's how this was pronounced. Neon Lights, Kai, and Ryan with an asterisk. At 1227 Taproom, 1227 Taproom, 8 p.m. However you pronounce that. We also got the Stone Benders with Smooth Hands, with Prince Mirth, with State Streets at Yucca Tap, 8 p.m. We got New Bloom with Morpheus Slow and Lana Kelly at the Linger Longer Lounge, 7 p.m. And yeah, that just rounds out your Saturday. Sunday actually is a pretty busy day, crazy enough. Got the Nathan Taffy Celebration of Life show, which I don't think I knew, but my heart goes out to you guys. And it looks like it's an awesome bill to go and support and remember a friend of the scene here. We got An Awful Mess. We've got Modern BC, At My Mercy, The God Samaritan, Killed by a Yeti, and Sky City at the Nile Underground, 5:30 p.m. start. We got the Out There with Decay with, I'm gonna say, Hissy Fit. It's set up like a username. You know, when you put the two X's on each side. XX Hissy Fit XX. I'm just saying Hissy Fit. But if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. And we can always let me know and I can fix that next week. Or next time I mention one of your shows. We got Burgundy Jerk. Fucking love Burgundy Jerk. Mike is one of the best people you can ever meet. We also got TOB, speaking of other good people you can ever meet, over Yucca Tap, 7 p.m. Then over at the Valley Bar, we've got Troubled Minds doing their EP release and kickoff of their tour with Relate, with Jake Hines, and with Lil Mikey at Valley Bar, 7 p.m. Got Cursed, I assume that's how this is pronounced, KRSD, with Girl Slime and the Afterlife Party, which has Mandy in it. I was like, why do I know this band? And yeah, I gotta remember Mandy's new band. But MySpace Phoenix there, 7 p.m. You go catch that show. And for an interesting team up over at the Van Buren, we got Napalm Death and the Melvins. Right? That's weird, right? I can't be the one I'm thinking of. But they're playing with Weed Eater, Shane Embree's Dark Sky Burial at the Van Buren, 7 p.m. Monday, take it easy after that really busy weekend. Then Tuesday, we got Color TV with Low Rise, Hotel Pink, and Lunas at Yucca Tap, at the Rebel Lounge, I'm sorry. I got distracted by, I put an ampersand instead of an and typed out. I usually type out and. But yeah, Rebel Lounge, you can check out Color TV, Low Rise, and Hotel Pink, and Lunas, 7:30 p.m. And over at the Valley Bar, VB Unplugged Showcase. Get it, Valley Bar? Yeah. Not virtual, boy. Then that'd be cool too. Because it doesn't have to be plugged in. Anyways, tangents. We got, that's featuring Mo, Carson Miller, Bethany Home, Sugar Cowboy, and Practically People at Valley Bar, 7 p.m. Some awesome artists there that I'm even familiar with. Wednesday, we got Spart with Cause of Depression, Joan of Arkansas, which once again, congrats on the engagement that I saw there. Fucking awesomeness. But yeah, they're all at the Nile Theater, 6 p.m. You can also then go tell them congrats in person for that engagement that they apparently pulled off at their show, their release show on last Friday. And then Thursday, we got Party on a Thursday featuring the what do we call it? The Space Punks, Miles of Nowhere, It's Fine, Angela Falling, and JR Hogset at Pub Rock Live, 7:30 p.m. And then Friday, we got a Prison Affair with Jade Helm, with Doms. Doms fucking rules. Jade Helm, I think I've watched before, and also rules. That's why it's here at the top. At the Night Underground, 7 p.m. You also got Mellow Toad with Slugbug, with Jude Kellum, with Kali Rosa at Valley Bar, 6:30 p.m. Planet I Love You, BU, I think that's how it's pronounced. There's like 3 I's. And Sundried at BRI Taproom, 8 p.m. And then down to Tucson, it's sold out, but throw it on here because I know some of you guys might even be there. I got Jimmy at World playing with an Early Black at the Rialto Theater, 8 p.m. down in Tucson. So yeah, there is some awesomeness. I made it. I'm gonna not think about that. No, God, nope. We're not yawning. Not yawning. But we did it. It's going up later than I prefer, but I've been sleeping a lot lately. So yeah, there you go. Thank you guys if you made it all the way through this. Hopefully you have a good record store day too. I forgot to even mention that. And be safe, of course, if you're drinking. Get a DD or a ride share. Let the bands fucking know how much you love them and share them and tell the world how much you love them. They appreciate it. They love to hear it. They love all that fun stuff. And no matter what you're doing on Saturday, be safe about it with the heat being 101, I think, the forecast right now. But yeah, so whatever you're doing, have fun, of course. And I guess that's all I got. So, till next week, take care.